Hey, what's going on, everybody? ScottDogGaming here. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're about to start playing some more Football Manager. It's been a little while since we've played. We took a little break from this Let's Play. So if you're new to the series, please click the playlist in the description below. You'll be able to watch right from the very beginning. And what a beginning it's been. We are now in the Championship. I can't remember when we took over, if we were in League 2 or we were below that. I think we were probably in League 2. But let's see if we can figure it out. When did we join Tranmere? My history, does it say on here? Job history. We joined in the 18-19 season. We were in League 2. We finished 18th. Bit of a ropey start. However, next season we finished first. The following season we finished first. We are now in the Championship after back-to-back promotions, and we are going to be aiming to avoid relegation. We have done okay, actually. Financially, we've done okay, better than what we've managed to do with bringing players in. We've been quite lucky, I think, with some of the players we brought in being spotted by bigger clubs, and I think Christofofu might be the next one who gets spotted because he had a very good back end of last season. We've had to strengthen a few areas as we've also had a few players leave. So let's quickly head over to the transfer screen. We'll have a little look. You can see that Marku here has currently got Man City, Everton, AS Monaco, West Ham and Inter all chasing after him. This is Marku. Last season he was absolutely electric for us. 31 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, a rating of 7.22. We signed him on a free. What we've said to all these clubs is you can have him for 2.4 million because it's 100,000 under his sell-on clause. But we also want 50,000, 50% of the next sale, and you to arrange a friendly. So we're kind of playing them a little bit. Although I'd rather keep him, if I'm really honest, based on how he is. Got a couple of players up here where we've got 40% sell-on clauses that we could cash in, but at the moment we don't really need the money. We need players, and I'm struggling to find players that makes us better, and that's some of the issue. Let's jump back to the transfer screen. What we'll find over here is if we go to transfer history, we'll see what's currently happened in this off-season. Let's start with what's left, or who's left, not what's. As you can see, we have Leon von Empel. He is out on loan. Muselwitz. I'm guessing they're German. They've got to be German, haven't they? I mean, he's going to play games, but I'm not sure it's the level that we really want a youngster to be playing at. He's 19. I feel like he needs to play more games than he's going to get there at a higher level. However, big money move for Marcus Uda. He left us to Borussia Dortmund. He's gone straight into their reserves, and again he looked like he was going to be a real player for us. Didn't really get that many games for us because we were often playing Rian Brewster and a couple of others. Neto, I think it is. Is it Neto? We can have a look at his contract. I think we managed to get a reasonable deal for him. We'll come back to that in a second because I think we got another clause added into this. We'll have a look at those in a second. Then we've got Neto. He went off to Roma. Again, he had a great season for us. 14 games, 5 goals, starting to really step up when Riga left us. I think it was Riga or Regu, one of those. When he left us, Neto came in and tried to fill that gap and did an okay job alongside Rian Brewster. So he's left. Reece Cole, he was a reasonable player for us. He played a lot of games, very high ratings. He's gone to Reading. We probably could have kept him, but we had some youngsters coming through and we signed a couple of new players to cover that gap. And then we got PJ Crossan, who came to us, and from memory, I think he started quite well, and then he didn't play at all last season, so he has gone on a free. Then let's have a look at the players we brought in. We brought in Adam Lewis from Liverpool. Now, some of you may remember that Adam Lewis was with us in 2019-20 season. And then he went to Sunderland on loan last season. So we had him a couple of seasons ago, and he did really well for us. He stepped up to the Championship and he struggled a little bit, but he is still quite young. He's 21 years old. His stats look very good. The main reason we brought him in is look where he can play. He can kind of play absolutely everywhere. Middle of the park, down the left-hand side. Ex-Liverpool player, think he's going to do really well for us. We then brought in a couple of Liverpool players that you'll have seen before if you've watched the series. Ryan Brewster on loan, Kijana Hoover. He's a right back, centre half who can play for us. Then we went and signed a couple of other players. We brought in a new centre half, George Castro, who looks like he's got pretty solid defensive stats, although not fantastic on the ball. He came in on a free, hasn't played any games for us yet, but we've got some cover at centre half. And Antonio Rodriguez we also signed, and he looks like he's going to be a real player for us. We've played 6 friendlies. He scored a goal, got a couple of assists, got a player of the match, been sent off. So it looks like he's going to be an interesting one, but he's a promising midfielder. Looks like he can do a job in the middle of the park for us. Another Portuguese player. Our scouting knowledge of Portugal is pretty good right now. And this is it. This is all of the transfers that's happening. Obviously, we've got Mark who's about to leave. If we jump over to this, we can see here that Marcus Uda has got a 50% sell-on clause, and we've got a friendly to be arranged with Borussia Dortmund. This guy we sold right at the very beginning. We signed him and then sold him. We've got another clause that we could buy out here. Bilal was one of the first players we got, and we've got a 40% sell-on clause. Obviously, if we sell Bednar, we're gonna have to pay. And then Neto over here, 50% of the next transfer fee will go to Tranmere. So if these players get sold in the future, we will be rolling in money. But if we jump over to the money, we're not really struggling. We've got money in the bank. It's all going fairly well. But we're starting to have to pay higher wages for people. First game of the season, we're up against Tranmere. Let's quickly have a little look at how pre-season went. And it went okay. We played Arsenal and we got a 1-1 draw very early on in pre-season. Way too early for Arsenal. Probably too early for us. But we played that game, got 13,000 people into Prenton Park. Then we played Everton, our local rivals. Full house. And we lost 1-0. Then we play Liverpool again, on local rivals. And the point of this series is trying to break out of the shadows of those two teams. So we are quite a way away. This shows, but we're only a league behind them, so that's pretty good. And then we went and played a number of average teams, rubbish teams, whatever you want to call it. But we got wins across the board on those, so that's pretty good news. And we're heading in to Cardiff, the first game of the season. Cardiff looks like they're massive favourites. They're evens versus our 11-5 draw for this first game. It's going to be interesting. We're going to head into the tactics screen. We're going to go to team selection, and we're going to quick pick, because that's what we do. We let the assistants do their job. Brewster's going up front. We've got Fernandez playing in that role behind, and actually Fernandez, really, really good little footballer for us. Again, had a good season last season from midfield, 19 games, 6 goals, 4 assists, and is pretty young, 18 years old. So, we're really investing in youth at this football club. Christofofu, again, another youngster. Rodriguez is looking pretty good for us. As we know, he came in and he's looked quite interesting in pre-season, so it'll be interesting to see how he does in that Marku role, because Marku is leaving, and that's where he's going to have to fit in. We've got Bednar on the right. I'd like to strengthen out here, but at the moment we can't. And then we've got Castro and Ganchez playing in centre half. Ganchez is wanted, but I don't think the plan is to let him go. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do. We've got another couple of centre halves on the bench. We've got Carrera down here as our cover at right back. We've got Lewis over here as our cover at left back. We're lacking a little bit in the middle of the park, I will say that. Gary Evans down here is injured, but we're lacking in this area. When Marku leaves, we've basically just got Lewis, and that's a problem. We can put Silva in that role, but he's more of an attacking player. We have got Fragas down here, who isn't amazing, but I think could do a reasonable job in the middle of the park. We've got a week to see if we can strengthen in this area as well, maybe. But I think this season is going to be about just finding our feet, trying to survive. I think the format for this series will take maybe 3 games in in an episode, and we'll probably try and cut out the bits in the middle unless something really interesting happens. We've got a couple of offers in for players. Whether they're gonna transpire or not, I don't know. I feel like we need a striker. I feel like we need a central midfielder, although I'm struggling to find one who I think can fill in that gap. Good thing about Lewis is he can play there, so we've got some cover, but it's not amazing. And I think we need to look at what else we can do here. Let's get started. Here we go. We're up against Cardiff. We are at home. Big game. First game of the season. How do we do? Bednar bursting forward. Holy crap, we could score without them touching the ball. No, we couldn't. Okay. Well dealt with. Ganchez. Ganchez does have a habit of letting the ball drop over his head. Let's have a little look, see if they've got any players that we know. I think that's Dwight Gale. There's Tyrone Mings at the back there. Smithies and Mark Albrighton, I'm guessing. Corner ball. Fernandez to take it. Penalty. It's a penalty. Christofofu threw himself on the floor, I think. Oh no, he was fouled. Here's Brewster, youngster, taking the penalty. On loan from Liverpool. Finds the bottom corner. We're a goal up. You know what, bookies? You can take your evens. I'd have definitely put a bet on us. But I'm not allowed. So, 20 minutes gone. We are a goal up in the first game of the season. There's not a massive crowd here, I'm not going to lie. But it does look like the away fans, I think. So, Ipswich are losing, so as expected. And I'm so excited. The football season is literally, while I record this, a week away. The Championship kicked off this evening, actually. It's a Friday night. Yeah, I sit at home playing video games on a Friday night. Championships kicked off this evening. Not that I follow it that much, but I'm really excited to see how the season goes. Fernandez and Brewster not combining there. Ball over the top. Castro deals with it. They're in. They are in. Castro comes across. That's a terrible effort from Gale. I'm not sure what he was thinking. We are going into half-time with a lead. Holy crap. Who'd have thought it? Okay. We've been the better team as well, it looks like, so that's pretty good news. Let's hand over to the assistant. We haven't really made much of an impact with that, but we probably need to think about strengthening and swapping some players round as the game goes on, because it's so early in the season. Fernandez looks like he's struggling a little bit. Hoover looks like he's having a pretty good game. Rodriguez has picked up a booking, which I think we might say a lot this season if he continues to play for us. I'm going to close this screen. They've hit the post and then it's gone off for a corner. Came from us giving the ball away. That's a terrible, terrible corner, mate. Right. Should we make a sub? I think we probably should. Should we bring on... Let's bring on you for you. You can play in the hole, so I think I'm going to make that change there just to bring on some fresh legs behind the front man. Okay, 65 minutes gone. Haven't really got a lot else that we can change here. Tranmere in 8th position as we come into the final 10 minutes. Here comes Mings with a free kick. Oh, come on, he's offside. Phew. I don't really know how that happened. Got in behind way too easily. Let's go defensive. Do not lose it here, boys. Hello? Hello? I'm not sure what that was. I can tell you it wasn't great. Ganchez wins it, but now there's a gap in behind, I think. Here they come. Lots of players over. We are getting back. Not enough. Good save keeps, but there's the rebound. There's the goal. That is disappointing. Can we hold on for another 7 or so minutes? Maybe more like 10 with any injury time. It looked bad. They had the overlap here. Look, they got 3 men over against Hoover at that back post. There it is. Disappointing. I think we just want to try and consolidate what we've got here and take a point. Can we do it? Oh God, please header it to one of our players. Okay, there's the ball out to Bednar. There's Hoover. Bednar again. I feel like we're playing ourselves into trouble rather than out of trouble. Good little ball out wide though. There's a bit of room. There's a ball across. Brewster's put it wide. I think he was onside as well. It was a great little ball by Christofuru. I'm never going to get it right. Okay, Hoover out to the edge of the box. There's Lewis. Hit it, son. Oh, hello. Christofuru will hit it. And he gets first of the season assist by Andre. I'm surprised Lewis didn't hit it here, but the ball back was pretty poor. Defender came out to close. First time effort, curled into the side net, and fantastic goal in the 93rd minute. We will absolutely take it. It looks like we're getting 3 points here. And what a way to start the campaign. Yeah, who fit into the corner? It's got to be it. Referee, blow the whistle, please. Nice, just slowing it down, holding the ball up. I like that. Not sure our fullback needs to be that far up the pitch. That's the way we play, though, to be fair. There's Lewis. Sprays it out wide. There's Hoover. Ball across. Ooh. Bednar's going to pick it up. And there's the final whistle. It's 3 points. The first game of the season. We've done particularly well. Christofuru wins the man of the match. I don't know why I keep adding an extra F into his name. But he takes home the man of the match. And the other boys were happy with their performances. Going to be interesting what happens. As you can see, we've got a few days to go. We're going to scout our little hearts out, trying to find a new centre midfielder to take the gap. But we're going to put a cut in here, and we'll be back with the next episode. Sorry, with the next match, which is Coventry away from home. No, Preston away from home. I don't know why this is squeezing up on the screen. I don't know why this is highlighting the next things as well. But we are playing Coventry again. They are favourites. Nobody fancies us. That might change if we get results like we got today. But we'll be back in a second. Okay, we are back, and we have passed the transfer window, and it wasn't a particularly successful one for us, unfortunately. As you can see, we're up against PNE today. They're 14th. We're 11th, I think. We must be higher than that. We're 10th. Okay, so we're not higher than that at all. We struggled in the transfer window. We had a few offers in. They were accepted, but players went to bigger teams than us. We managed to bring in a couple of people. We'll have a look at those in a second. But the only other outgoing was Marku, which we kind of knew what was going to happen. He went to Inter in the end. We've signed a young goalkeeper who looks pretty good at the age of 18. He is from Paraguay. So essentially, because he's earning under £8,000 a week even, he has been given a under 23s work permit. If we want him to be able to play for the first team, we're going to have to offer him £8,000 a year, I believe, is how it works. And the same thing for Santos. Now, I brought Santos in because he's a striker, and then realised that this was how the work permits work. I mean, he's not amazing. He does look pretty good. He hasn't played ever for GD Pascarodas, but my scouts seem to like him. So I'm kind of hoping that he can do a job for us. As you can see down here, they seem to think that he's got a lot of potential. However, they also say that he's playing at a lower level, potential to be a Premier League striker in the future, currently operating as a League 2 striker. So we are going into this season very, very short up top. We've got Lucas Silva, who's actually very young himself. And if we look over here, we'll probably find that currently operating at a Vanarama level, which is not great. We've got Gary Evans over here, who I think if we look over here, League 2 level, we are struggling. I might have to see if we can find someone else on loan. I really didn't want to because of that. But this is the team we've got. We had some offers from Aston Villa for Fragas. They kept offering around £1 million. I kept saying I wanted 5 million. So that went away slowly. Ganchez hasn't trained well, so I had to go at him. And that's about it. Nat Phillips hasn't trained well, so I had to go at him as well. That's about it for everything that happened in the transfer window. We're now up to about 12 million in the bank. But we couldn't bring any players that really made us any better, so we didn't. But that could come back to bite us in the backside when we're trying to stay in this league. Obviously, we got the first win. Will we be able to get the second? They are absolutely in the favour of Preston winning this game. I'm less keen for Preston to win this game. I think we're going to probably end up going with more or less the same team. The only difference is kind of what we expected. Lewis moving into midfield and Rodriguez playing the deep line centre midfielder. Christoforou had an amazing game. We've got the link down here. We've got the link here. Be nice to see these two have some kind of link between them. But I think Brewster's going to have to play an awful lot of football this season because we don't have anything else. Okay, here we go. We know that he's lacking sharpness, but that's fine. We're just going to get into this. The other thing is we play a hell of a lot of games of football in this league. We're going to have to manage it. If we get an injury to Brewster, we're in serious bother. Hand over the assistant manager. Kick off. Off we go. We're in red, kicking from right to left. I don't hear that said very often anymore. We picked up a booking straight off the bat, one of our centre-halves. That's what I like to see, booked in the 5th minute. Oh, okay. Corner for Preston. Off the bar. They've kept it alive. Well in, Bednar. Not sure who actually made the challenge. Might have been Lewis there. But need to up it a little bit, boys. Here they come again. Ooh. Just wide. They don't look particularly interested. Maybe if we could knuckle down and get the ball, we might stand a chance here. We don't look particularly interested either, I will say that. Fernandez to Brewster, out to Christo, ball across straight to the keeper's hands. Not a great pass, that one. Pontus Jansson has scored for Leeds. Here they are picking the ball up in the middle of the park. Marriott's dropped deep and then he's played a great ball out wide. Ball across, it's not looking good for us. There's the goal, it's been coming. 20 minutes gone. We are a goal down. It's not great. Great ball out wide. All of our players drawn to it. Ganchez let it go over his head again. Goalkeeper, it was close. It was close to him. I'd expect a goalkeeper maybe to do a little bit better there, but to be fair, we shouldn't have given him that much room. Brewster's through though. Can he get an equaliser? No, he can't. Should have probably done better. Great little ball by our midfielder. Not sure who it was. I think it might have been Rodriguez. There's Ganchez. Oh, the one time he didn't let it go over his head and he heads it wide. Now our right back's been booked as well. Come on, boys. Oh, we've given it away from a throw-in and they're in behind. Ooh. Defender did well. Castro did well getting across and covering that angle. Okay, looks like we're going in a goal behind at half time. Hopefully it's not more than that. There's Ganchez. I have to say the new ruling of being able to take goal kicks in the area so the ball doesn't have to come out of the area anymore really confuses me. Brewster's had another chance and that's gone begging as well. Clear-cut chances. We've had 2. They've had 0. We should be doing better. 3 of our back 4 have been booked. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. Do we want to make a change? Ganchez is having a bit of a stinker, but Castro's been booked. I think I might make this change down here. And I'm also tempted to bring Carrera on. Okay. Let's get started in the second half. I mean, I always have this debate at the start of the season whether I should be playing 2 up front, 3 up front. The fact that we've only got 1 striker kind of makes it fairly easy to decide. Hello, Brewster's got a chance. Brewster's hit the post and it's gone wide. Brewster needs to make the better finishes on these chances. We've had a lot. Lewis takes the shot. It's bobbling around. Lewis again. Bednar is going to get tackled. And here they come. Ball over the top. Gancher's great tackle. And we lumped it down the field. Okay. It's going to be really difficult to not make any changes up front. Really, really difficult. I mean, I've got 1 and he's operating at Vanarama Conference. Rodriguez picks it up. Shot is blocked. Come on, boys. Let's demand some more from them. Come on, boys. Here we go. And lots of opportunities. 3 clear-cut chances to their 0. We've had 19 shots to their 9. And we're going to lose this game. Here they come. They're going to get another goal right here. Oh, they've hit the bar again. I think that was the outside of the post, actually. But, good Lord. Okay. What have we got? We've got you. That's it. We've got you. On you come, buddy. I kind of feeling we've been a little unfortunate in this. Here they come, last few seconds of the game. Should have probably done better. But I think this is the end. Our goal kick is going to seal it. There it is. We don't even get to take the goal kick. Game over. We lose 1-0. Our first loss. Our first away game. Is there like a... We did quite well? Not really. I am pleased with their performance out there. There we go. A little bit of passion, never hurt anyone. Next up, Carabao Cup, first round. We've been fined for getting too many people booked. Whoopsie, sorry about that. So next up, we've got the first round of the Carabao Cup. Interestingly, I was interested in an English player playing for Hibs, and he's a youngster. I kept offering more and more money. Hibs kept turning it down. We got to 5 million. I didn't have any more money in the bank, so we couldn't make that happen. But I might go back in for him. He looks pretty good. He's 19, I think, and scouts seem to rate him very highly. It'd be nice to have an English striker up top. It'd be nice to bring an English player in, because obviously we need to be wary of the foreign players in the side. But it's a lot of money for an unproven youngster. But he might be where we go. We got 7 million or so to spend. Might be where we go and spend that money. I think we'll put a cut in here and we'll be back with the last game of this episode. Okay, we are back. We're playing some more Football Manager, and we're back with our game against Coventry, the last game of this episode. We've made pretty much... In fact, we have changed our whole team. We've got Carrera playing at right back. We've got Phillips and Castellanovo playing at centre-half. We've got Buxton on the full-back. We've got Dimos Fenus playing at the right. We've got Axelson, who's a youngster, playing in the midfield alongside Fragas. We've got Constantinu playing at left wing, and then we've got Owens, who's struggling for some fitness, and we've got Luis Silva up top. Here we go. We're probably about to get beaten, but this feels like it's a worthwhile change. If we go out of the Carabao Cup, I'm not too worried, and being able to rest our players this early in the season is still quite important. Let's hand over to the assistant. Let's get started. Off we go, everybody. There's hardly anyone there, so if we get thumped, it won't really matter. No one saw it. No one saw how embarrassing it was, but would have been a real shaky start if he'd have pulled that ball off. They had 2 people on the overlap there. 7 minutes gone, not a lot happening. Do look like we've got most of the ball. Does look like we're not doing anything with it. All of our shots have been from or have been off target. There's Buxton, ball across, headed clear. Fragas is there, shoots. Christopher, no, it's not even him. He's offside. Dimo, I'm going to call him because I can't say his name properly. Look how empty. Is it the Rioch Arena? Is that still a thing where Coventry play? I feel like that might be it, but who knows? Oh, come on. Who did that hit in the head? Come on, man. He turned his back on it. It hit him in the back of the head and went in off the post. Not great. Axelson gets a chance to bring it back. Ooh, just wide. Should have gone for the deflection. Again, I'm not massively concerned with going out of the cup. I think they wanted us to reach round 2. You know, does it really matter? Another free kick for them. And there's a penalty. Good work, Buxton. The one player with experience is 29 years old, and he's the one giving away penalties in this young lineup. And there's the second goal. Well, I think our Carabao Cup run is at an end, everybody. Unless something drastic happens in the second half, which it won't, I think our cup run is over. Okay, boys. You were disappointing. Get out there and do something better. But don't get fined again. We haven't not made the money. Okay, ball out wide. Terrible pass. So I have gone out and put a loan offer in for a player. He is Italian, which means he'll probably not do very well in the English leagues. But he does look very, very good. Looks like he could rival Brewster for his place, which is what we need, really. There's the ball out wide. Can we find a ball across? We can. Silver's there. We've got a goal back. First ever goal for Tranmere. Dimo with the assist. Dimo, I can't say it. Did quite well. We managed to hold on to that ball. Played it out well. He stayed on side. And then a good little run from Silver. Perfectly timed. Tight little finish as well. We'll take it. Fans are a little slow to react. Watch the crowd. I guess this is just showing if he was onside, which he was by a mile. Then they reacted a good 2 seconds after the ball had got in. Okay. Come on, boys. Have we got anything we can do here that's going to help us out? We've got Stewart. I'm going to bring Stewart on. Stewart is another youngster. He's 24 years old. He's too old for the under-23s. But I think he's probably worth giving a little run out to. Anyone look too bad at the back? Not really. Let's leave it at this. We've got 15 minutes to go. Can we get anything out of this? Ball over the top. Silver's going to pick this up. There's Carrera. Axelson. Owen's in loads of space. Can he find a pass? He can. Get in. Buxton. He's made amends. Holy crap. How the hell has this happened? And how quick were those 2 goals? I'm still making changes. Fantastic little ball this from Owens. I wondered if he could pick a pass, and then that comes out of the bag from somewhere. I'm amazed that this dude, whatever his name is, yeah, we still want to make the changes. I'm amazed that dude, whatever his name is, they're back in. They've scored instantly. God damn it! Shouldn't make changes when you're defending a set piece. What was I thinking? Instant response. 3 players at the back post by Buxton, I think this is, or Owens. Terrible, terrible defending. Another free kick. We've really struggled from what are you doing? Hermison, what was that? What is he doing, look? Surely he could have just caught it. But apparently not. Okay, last 4 minutes. Hopefully we don't concede another. We don't want to get abs. Oh, Harmison. What was that? Jesus. We went from You know what? This wasn't a bad result, losing 3-2 to 2 goalkeeping mistakes, I would put them down as. Oh, keeps. Remember, we got that young goalie who's just come in from Paraguay. Keeping him on side. Oh, goalkeeper. Goalkeeper. Not another free kick. All their goals, I think, have come from free kicks as well. Pretty much. Okay. Well, what a way to end the episode. It was disappointing. It looked all right. That's the thing. That's the thing that annoys me. Is it for a period of time, it looked all right, and then we threw it away. We're out of the first round. Debut for Axelson. Good place to put a cut in the video. I think first episode done and dusted. I imagine there'll be between 15-20 episodes, I guess, with three matches an episode. We'll put them out every other day. We'll just play one season, see how we get on, and then we're probably approaching next year's Football Manager. We'll make a decision as to what we do on that if we want to carry on. If you're new to the series, check out the playlist below. That'll have all the old matches if you want to go back and check those out. If you don't want to check them out, then we had a couple of good seasons. We've signed some good players, and those players have moved on, and we've done pretty well bringing in replacements and being able to make money as a football club as we get promoted, which is great news. And I think that's kind of the football team that we're going to be for the foreseeable future, hoping that we can put together a better team, keep hold of players to get us through into the Premier League. But who knows? Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming, and we will see you again soon.